If a CEO of a major company sells a huge chunk of his stock in that company, does that mean it's time to panic? Just yesterday, news broke that the CEO of NVIDIA is aggressively selling his shares of the company. I want to help you understand what exactly is going on. That way, if you are an investor, you know whether you should be panicking or not. So first and foremost, it's important to note that what Jensen Huang is doing is not an isolated incident. Elon Musk actually does it all the time. And the last time Elon Musk did it, he sold $1.95 billion worth of Tesla shares. Now, on the surface, you may be telling yourself that's not a good look for the company. But this is actually fairly common practice, and I'm going to explain the two major reasons why things like this happen. First, the major concern that a lot of investors have when they see a CEO selling huge chunks of the shares of the company that they're managing is there must be some sort of insider trading going on. That's the reason why they're selling so much. Maybe you're thinking, if the CEO is selling, that must mean the company's future does not look good. But if you're thinking either one of these things, you'd actually be incorrect. Because what these CEOs are actually doing is something called the Rule 10b5-1. And it's a way for insiders or executives or CEOs of publicly traded corporations to buy or sell company stock without violating insider trading laws. So a lot of CEOs get paid in the form of stock, but the problem comes in that if they're paid in the form of stock and they have insider information, couldn't they just use that insider information to wait for the stock to hit an all-time high and then sell all of their stock? What that would essentially do is break the rules of the SEC for insider trading, and it would completely decimate the company. So instead, the Rule 10b5-1 was created. The way this rule works is it gives insiders a chance to sell their stock at a predetermined price or a specific time. And what they essentially do is they say, hey, I want to sell this stock 9 months down the road, no matter what's going on in the company, or I want to sell it when it hits this price. That way, they determine in the future what price they want to sell it for or what time frame they want to sell it for, but it has to be pushed out into the future. That way, there's no questions about insider trading. And when they set up the rule, they have to execute based on the guidelines they set in. So if, for example, he says, I'm going to sell X number of shares 9 months down the road, it doesn't matter what the price point is. You said you're going to sell it at that time, so you have to sell it at that time. Or you have to buy it at that time. Or let's say he decides on a price point. I'm going to buy it or sell it when it hits this price. As soon as it hits that price, he has to buy it or sell it because that's what he said he was going to do. And the other reason why a CEO would do something like this is to diversify their wealth. You don't want to have all your eggs in one basket when it comes to building wealth, because if that one asset goes down, so does your wealth. And imagine how bad that looks for the company if he goes bankrupt tomorrow. So should you be panicking because he just sold a huge chunk of stock? No.